Yo, what it do, y'all? It's your boy Train G's with G. I'm back at y'all with a second video today. It is June 9th, 2024. Shout out to all my new subscribers, my Nvidia subscribers. Thank you for joining the channel. My returning subscribers, welcome back. What it do? Holla at your boy. It's your Train G's with G. Today I'm gonna talk about Nvidia. As most of you guys know, Nvidia passed Apple as world's second most valuable company by market cap, by value. And this is tracing all the way back to last year, 2023. I'm just going to start off at 2024. So Microsoft has been in first place this whole time. In January, they're already at like almost $3 trillion, like over $2.5 trillion. And they officially became number one company around February. I can't remember, late January, early February. They did that, and they've been having the lead ever since. And Nvidia it's just been climbing since last year, obviously, but this year they're slightly over $1 trillion. So it 3x'd in 5 months. It's just nuts to me, man. And passing Apple, and Apple was already pretty much at the top. Yeah, they're at the the top pretty much right there to start the year, like slightly right there with Microsoft, and they took a dive and they're right up there in third place. This is June 5th. The most recent chart is right here officially. So Nvidia went down a little bit on Friday. It's at 2.9 trillion. Just the fact that it passed Google, Amazon, and Meta all this year is crazy, as well as Berkshire Hathaway. The fact that it's worth more than Facebook and Amazon combined basically is even more insane. The growth of this company is amazing. I'm gonna show y'all the financials in a minute. Right now I'm getting to the charts with all three of these. This is the day chart for Nvidia. And I told y'all last week I felt that it was gonna reach 1200 plus, and it did that on this past Wednesday the 5th. It started off at 1180, it tanked down to 1170, went all the way up to 1225, and that was a new all-time high. And then on Thursday, it kind of started down here. No, I'm sorry. It started up here and at 1240, it went up to 1250, went down to 1180 and closed out right here, 1208. And then Friday, it went down a little bit, just a tad bit, 1206. See that spinning top. Right now, I think this is going to continue going up based on this spinning top right here. It's a little indecisive right now. Right now, it's in a slight consolidation stage. But I think with the stock split tomorrow, it's going to be 10-1. This is the last time we're going to see this expensive price. It's going to be a 10-1 split. So we're going to look at $120, $121 Nvidia Monday morning, tomorrow morning on June 10th, time of recording. And we're just going to continue to see this grow, in my opinion. It could slightly tank just because of the stock split. Usually a lot of stocks go down, and my buying zone is right here at around $97. Below 100, sub 100. We'll see what happens. I might buy a couple shares and hold on and see what happens. For the meanwhile, I'm looking at Apple real quick. They're about to reach the all-time high at 199. I'm gonna put an alert on there, and this green candlestick looks pretty good for the day. I'm assuming Apple's gonna go up. And the first place, number one stock, Microsoft. It's right over here, 423 a share. They're gonna reach the all-time high again. And just test this resistance line just on the 23rd of May. So these stocks are all destined for continual greatness, obviously. For trade options, I'm going to keep my alarm at like 430, 431. For Apple, they hit their all-time high back in December of last year. So I'm expecting this to rip right through it. If it doesn't, then I'm ready for a put option to short it slightly. I'm just going to see what happens. See what the market gives me. As for Nvidia, if you're a high-end investor, the fact that this thing started at 12.97, tanked here to I mean the at 11.97, excuse me, went down to 11.80 and all the way up to 12.15 and at 12.08. I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't care how much money you have, whether you're lower, middle, or upper class, or part of 1%. If you trade this wrong, you will get wrecked. My strategy when I do my stocks, normally with the Dow or even some of the lower end NASDAQ stocks, I usually just put my stop loss at $1. You got to be willing to lose hundreds and thousands of dollars on the spot and be cool with it. You got to have large capital to trade this. It's not financial advice, but I tell y'all, if you're going to take on something that's this volatile, be careful. But now that the stock split's happening, I'm assuming that the options are going to be much more affordable. They're still going to be volatile, of course, but not this volatile. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving y'all my opinion, and based on my knowledge and experience, it's true game, man. Be careful. I'm going to get into the financials real quick with Nvidia. So, this computer's a little slow, y'all. Just work with me, man. So, on a year, this is approximately, of course, they're up $60.2 billion. Last year, they made $26 billion. This is their sales and revenue. Before that, $26 billion, 2022. In 2021, 16.8. 2020, 10. So, this alone is incredible. A lot of companies don't make this much money. So, the fact that it's way up here and the sales growth on the year is 125%, this is like pure success, man. I'm trying to tell y'all that the gross income, 43 billion on a year. It was 15 billion last year. The growth percentage. Oh my goodness, the gross income growth, 188%. Just down 12% last year. This company is just soaring, man, like a bald Philadelphia eagle. And you just come on down here, man, and I'm going to the net income, 29.76 billion on the year so far. Last year made 4.37 billion. That is a lot too. This is a historical year for Nvidia. It's amazing. And EBITDA, the acronym is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, amortization. 34.48 billion. It was 7.1 billion last year. 384%. It was down 36% last year. I'm gonna show y'all the quarterly income statement. That was on the year. So you're looking at 26 billion now, and it was 22 in the last quarter. It's just incredible numbers. I haven't seen a financial statement this clean probably ever. Somebody in the comment section, let me know if there's any financial statements that you guys have seen that are this good. And this is the income statement, y'all. I'm just scrolling on down. Pre-tax income growth still in the positives, 23%. Net income, 14.8 billion. And by the way, I'm using Market Watch. I'm gonna start using this for my financials. As you can see, they have the correct numbers. I was using bar chart. I'm gonna continue to use bar chart. I'm gonna show y'all the call and put options as far as the implied volatility as well as the open interest. But for now, I'm using market cap for my financials. Everything's more accurate. Sick of times anything about 1,000 on the fly. Everything here is accurate. So the net growth percentage is 21%. Net income, like I said, is at pretty much 15 billion. Earnings per share went up to 6.04. This is well beyond average, man. 21% growth. This is crazy, man. This is such a cold financial statement. I'm gonna move on to the balance sheet. Annually, 25.8 billion. Last year, 13.3 billion. This is crazy, man. Total assets, 44 billion. Total current assets, 44 billion. Total assets altogether, 65 billion. And this is on the year, y'all. Last year, total current assets was 23 up to 44.5. Total assets, 65 billion. Last year's at 41 billion. The growth, 59%. -6 last year. Let's check out the liabilities. Where are we at? Total current liabilities, 10.63 billion. You never want to see that, right? But it takes money to make money. Total liabilities, 22.7 billion. That all doesn't matter because their equity, where's their equity at, man? Total equity, $42 billion. $43 billion. It's just nuts, man. Their financials for the year is just amazing. I'm gonna take a look at the quarterly for the balance sheet. This is really the drum roll moment. So since last quarter, there have been about 5-6 billion at 31 billion for their cash, short-term investments, and which is cash only, 7.59 cash on hand. Man, this company's just got a lot of money backed up. Total current assets, 53.7 billion on the quarter. Total assets, 77 billion. Are you serious? Liabilities, total current liabilities, 15.2 billion. Total liabilities, 27.9 billion. That's a lot. But like I said, equity on the quarter, 49.1 billion. It was 42 the quarter before that, 33 last year, 27, 24. So this is gradually growing. Look at these bar charts gradually growing. This is a healthy stock. It's overvalued, but numbers don't lie. This is a very healthy financial statement, man. The last part I'm going to cover is the cash flow, and I'm going to wrap it up with the trade option scenario. So annually, they're up 29.76 billion net before extraordinaries. Last year was only 4 billion. Net growth percentage 581%, down 55% last year. This is amazing, man. Net operating cash flow 28 billion compared to 5 last year. And that was for their operating activities right here. Just going down to the investing activities, 1.07 billion capital, so they're down a bit on that. It's all good. This is a part of the balance sheet people don't really pay attention to. It's also important. That's investing cash flow, down 10 billion last year. They're up 7.3 billion. This is gonna obviously be turned around with the stock split, as well as the dividend split because of that. Finances, like I said, this is the part people don't want to look at. So their financing activities, their net financing cash flow, down 13 billion. But look at this, free cash flow growth, 609%. Minus 53% last year. So let's go to quarterly, and I'll be done with the financials. Y'all should take your time to be looking at these financials. Anytime you not only do trade options, but more importantly, invest long-term with stocks. Like I said, I ain't no financial advisor or nothing. I do my own research like the next man. Y'all really got to dig deep into this. You got to be an archaeologist. It ain't just seeing something surface level, you got to get a shovel, you got to dig, you got to look for bones, you got to look for precious gems. You really got to crunch the numbers. And this is what I do. And this is the game I'm giving y'all. So on the quarter, latest earnings, right? Their operating activities, net income before extraordinaries, 14.8 billion, 21% net income growth. You go on down here, net operating cash flow, 15.3 billion compared to 11 last quarter. Let's go to investing activities. This is down. Actually, it's down, but it's slightly better. 5.69 billion. That's a slight improvement. You know what I'm saying? But look at this, net investing cash flow growth 6%. It's like I said, that's improvement. It was down 92% last quarter, now it's up 6. So people can trash stocks, for example, and be like, oh, so and so's not doing good. But if you literally look at these numbers, you can clearly see this is a dramatic improvement for their net investing cash flow growth, as well as their sales. Minus 21%, minus 27%. That is improvement. You can't listen to all these mainstream media outlets, man. They're really fugazi. They're full of it. And here goes the financial activities, cash dividend payments total. This is obviously horrible because they only give you 4 cents, well, not one tomorrow. But we don't get into Nvidia for dividends, right? We get into it for growth. Obviously, the stock's been exploding all year. So you look at the net financial cash flow, it's 9.35 billion. This isn't good, obviously. As you see over here, the net financial cash flow growth is down 157%. This is all going to change after the stock split. When they pass Microsoft's #1 company, this is all going to turn around. Look at this, free cash flow growth up 33%. So slightly down, it was 60% last quarter. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this is what you got to do. You got to research this stuff. Don't just be buying. Don't be blindfolded, walking on eggshells, barefooted. Ain't the way to invest. Ain't the way to trade. Not financial advice. Over here, the volatility heading into this week, the 14th, 57% implied volatility. And like I told y'all in the last video, don't be fooled by these numbers. If you got big capital, this is really nothing to you. If you out here playing with money, that's a chunk of your portfolio, whether if you're doing options or regular trading, this volatility is really like in the hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1,000%. This stuff can go $20 one way, or it can go $50 downhill in one day. We've all seen this happen. Nvidia's a volatile stock. But anyways, look at the total open interest this week, 295,000, 172 calls, 123,000 puts. And then you look at this week over here, the week of the 21st, 947,000 open interest, 493,000 so for calls and 453,000 for puts. So a lot of high-end people are in on this stock, and this thing swings like no other, man. So that's all I'm gonna share with y'all today. Like I said, trade safely, invest responsibly. Until next time, this is Trading G's with G. I'm out.